Uncle Ted, your ice cream alchemist, from Ice Cream Every Day with Rum Raisin Custard Ice Cream. I wanted to try the rum raisin flavor with a rich custard base just to see if it was any better, and it was. If you recall from my previous video, I soaked raisins in a good dark rum for about 10 days. And I can tell you, after 10 days, these raisins were pretty damn drunk. Now, after I removed them from the liquid, I put them in a colander and I let them drain for about 20 minutes before I did anything with them. Come to find out, that was actually a very important thing. You really don't want that alcohol getting into the base because then it's just not going to freeze. So, we start with the eggs. 6 eggs, 2 whole, and 4 yolks. And I'm looking for an ice cream that uses meringue. I'll figure something out so I can stop making egg white omelets. Next, we begin to mix in the sugar a bit at a time so it doesn't clump up and we can get a smooth texture. Also, you'll recall I use a pinch of guar gum as a stabilizer in my eggs. I add it to the sugar and shake it up before mixing into the egg yolks. The goal here is to mix the eggs and sugar until the color of it turns into a very pale yellow. Next, I add my dairy to a cold pan, and it's a double batch, so it's going to be 4 cups of heavy cream and 2 cups of cold milk. And once it's in the pan, then I'll turn the heat on to a low-medium heat, and I will slowly bring the heat on this up. I don't want to heat it too quickly because then it'll stick to the pan and that's just a mess. You'll notice that I do a lot of stirring with this as well. Also, I'm going to add 1 3-ounce packet of the dried non-fat dairy. That's a great stabilizer. And what I mean by stabilizer is I want something that is going to help me absorb the water out of this. The water in ice cream is what is freezing it hard. And you want to scoop it, not chisel it. So do something with stabilizers. Once you get comfortable with stabilizers, you'll have a much smoother final product, and you'll be able to scoop it when you pull it out of the freezer. Once you've got that heated up and reduced down by about 15%, then give your egg and sugar mixture a good stir so it's ready to go, and then we're going to temper the eggs. So we slowly add our warm cream, just a bit, about maybe half a cup, and stir it, mix it, then add another half a cup, and then another cup, and do it slowly like that, and you will eventually raise the temperature of your eggs so that they don't scramble, but they are well mixed and incorporated. And that's called tempering the eggs. It's incredibly important so that you have a nice rich custard instead of scrambled eggs with your ice cream. Then we put that mixture back in our pan. We're going to heat that back up to 165 degrees, and we're going to hold it there for at least 60 seconds so that we can kill off all the cooties. Once we have that up to 165 degrees, then we take out our strainer and we strain it real well when we put it in our container so that we can put it in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours so the proteins have time to do what they need to do. This is how you strain out all the little bits of scrambled egg that you don't want in there, as well as anything else, and you have a nice smooth consistency for your base. After 24 hours, you're ready to churn according to your manufacturer's instructions. And I have to say that this actually turned out a lot better than expected. The custard really tempered the flavor of that dark rum, and it didn't feel like such a drunken mess. This really turned out to be a good ice cream, and I'll give you a hint. A couple scoops of this and some Coca-Cola, you have a wonderful float. But thanks for watching, folks. Make sure to click the like button and the subscribe button. And remember, if you're not eating ice cream for breakfast, what's the point of being an adult? Thank you.